February 24, 2005, a day that began like any other for Rosemary Essa would end in unthinkable tragedy. The vibrant 38-year-old mother left her home that afternoon, completely unaware she was living her final hours. What appeared to be a minor traffic accident would soon reveal itself as something far more sinister. Rosemary Essa, known to her loved one simply as Rosie, was a bright, devoted woman born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio, the daughter of an Italian-American family. She grew up surrounded by warmth and tradition, kind-hearted and hard-working. She built a life centered around family, eventually taking a job at Mount Sinai Medical Center, where her path would cross with a man who would change everything, Dr. Yazid Essa. Yazid came from a different world, the son of Palestinian immigrants. He was raised in Detroit, where his parents ran a small grocery store. Ambitious and charming, he pursued medicine, earning the title of doctor, badge of success he wore with pride. But beneath that polished exterior lay a darker nature, a man who thrived on controlled deception and the thrill of getting away with it. They met in 1995 when Rosie was working at the hospital. Yazid, ever the smooth talker, swept her off her feet. To outsiders, they were the perfect couple, a handsome doctor and his beautiful wife. They married on September 11th, 1999, a date that would later feel hauntingly symbolic. Soon, their family grew, first with their son, Adam, in 2000, then their daughter, Lena, in 2002. On the surface, they had it all, a loving home, successful careers, and a future full of promise. But behind closed doors, the cracks were already forming. Yazid, the respected physician, was not the man he pretended to be. He carried on affairs, his ego fed by secrets. And Rosie, sweet trusting Rosie, remained unaware, pouring her heart into raising their children, even dreaming of a third. What she didn't know was that her husband had already begun plotting. Because for Yazid Essa, love was never part of the equation. Only power, only control. And when those were threatened, he would do the unthinkable. A carefully planned murder disguised as misfortune. The emergency responders arrived to find Rosie in distress, vomiting uncontrollably. Though the collision was minor, her symptoms were anything but. Doctors fought desperately to save her. But within an hour, the unthinkable happened. A healthy young woman was dead with no obvious cause. The mystery deepened when her best friend revealed Rosie's chilling last words about a pill her husband had given her that morning.
She had taken a calcium pill.
The truth emerged in the toxicology report. Rosie had been poisoned with cyanide, not from some random act, but from the very calcium supplements her husband, Dr. Yazid Essa, had insisted she take. The man who had vowed to protect her had instead become her executioner, using his medical knowledge to mass murder as accident. While Rosie's family grieved, Yazid's behavior raised suspicions. His calm demeanor, his quick hiring of not one but two live-in nannies, both women even having affairs with, painted a picture of a man already moving on. The pills told the definitive story. 9 capsules laced enough cyanide to kill 3 adults. This was no accident, but a calculated, cold-blooded murder. As investigators closed in, Yazid fled to Lebanon, beyond the reach of U.S. justice. For years, he lived freely, even boastfully, under a new identity. But his arrogance would be his undoing. A trip to Cyprus in 2006 brought his run to an end when authorities, tipped by the FBI, identified and arrested him. The trial revealed the full horror of Yazid's crime. His own brother testified that Yazid had confessed to poisoning Rosie. The jury's verdict was swift and decisive. Guilty of aggravated murder. Life in prison without parole. Justice at last for Rosemary Essa. Behind bars, Yazid Essa remains to this day. His medical license revoked, his freedom gone. Rosie's children grew up without their mother, raised by a family who ensured they would know her love, if not her presence. This is a story of betrayal that defies comprehension, of vows broken, trust violated, and a life cut short by the very hands that should have cherished it.